Hi, so lately I've been thinking about expanding my channel, new ways I could come up with new videos, and I'm curious what people here for. Do you want to just see movie reviews, DVD reviews, Blu-ray reviews, stuff like that, or do you just want more things having to do with movies? I think this channel, what the people who already subscribed are just interested in movies, and I'm very interested in movies, so I'm going to try doing a video every week where I talk about the new releases for theaters, and then also a video every week where I talk about the new releases for DVDs and Blu-rays, and kind of tell you what they're about and what I think about them, and we'll kind of go from here. Let me know what you think, but I'm going to record all the movies separately and then put it together in one video, so there's going to be cuts in between. So basically this is going to be your Friday, April 27th, 2012 upcoming movies. I'm going to talk about all the movies, or basically I guess all the movies. I don't know. I'm using Internet Movie Database as my source for release dates. So I'll leave links to all the movies on there, and let me know what you think. And let's start with the first movie. Alright, so first movie we have coming out on April 27th is The 5-Year Engagement. This movie stars Jason Segel, Emily Blunt, Chris Pratt, and Alison, Brie. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, well, Jason Segel, he's usually pretty funny in movies, but then I was like, well, a wedding engagement, I don't know, maybe it's a chick flick. And then I saw Jason Segel at least help write this movie, so I was like, well, maybe it's gonna be a pretty good comedy. And it is a Judd Apatow production. Judd Apatow and Jason Segel both have production credits on this movie, and so I was like, maybe this is going to be more of the crude humor that you're used to from Judd Apatow movies. But now that I've watched the previews, I really don't think it's going to be like that. It's listed as a romantic comedy, and I think it's going to be more physical humor. I don't think it's going to be real crude and kind of guy humor. I think this is going to be more of a chick flick. I do believe it's rated R. I don't know where the rating is. Yeah, it is rated R. But I think it's going to be more of a chick flick with some crude humor. The basic plot of the movie is Jason Segel and Emily Blunt get engaged. And then I don't know if she's like just out of college or just getting a promotion or what's going on, but she has to move for a job. And she says 2 years, and he's like, okay, 2 years. We can wait 2 years to get married. But then when the 2 years is up, then they want her to stay longer. And then he's like, well, are we ever gonna get married? And what's kind of the deal? Where I don't know if it's gonna be 5 years for the engagement. In the preview shows the 4-year engagement, so I assume it's gonna be at least 5 years before they get married. But then they do show them eventually planning the wedding. And, it doesn't. I give this movie like a 50-50 chance of being funny or just a chick flick and boring. I was thinking about going and seeing this. Now I'm not quite so sure. So if you see this, let me know what you thought of it. Alright, the next movie we have is The Raven. The Raven is starring John Cusack, Alice Eve, Luke Evans, and Brendan Gleeson. This movie is listed as a mystery thriller. It could maybe be a suspense movie too. It's rated R, and it's about some guy who is kind of like a serial killer, and he bases his killings on Edgar Allan Poe stories or poems or whatever they are. And I think the first one in the movie is based on The Raven, and I guess he's got this whole series of stories, and the killer, and this is obviously back when they came out, because John Cusack is Edgar Allan Poe, I believe, and so he's like sending in clues, and he's trying to get pretty much Edgar Allan Poe to catch him, and it looks interesting. It's a new idea. I don't remember ever seeing a movie quite like this. But I probably won't go see it. It's not necessarily my kind of movie. It could be interesting. I don't know that I like John Cusack that much. I'm not gonna really talk about this one too much, just because it doesn't really interest me. But I don't know if I mentioned this. It is rated R and 111 minutes long. Now on to The Pirates, Band of Misfits. This is a claymation style movie, and obviously that means it's animated. This is a family adventure movie. This movie is going to be mainly geared towards the kids. Honestly, looking at the preview, I couldn't imagine ever watching this movie. There's some movies that are good for kids and adults, and I'm sure there'll be adults who like this. Definitely not for me. It's about a group of pirates who, for some reason, feel they need to win Pirate of the Year award, which I'm not sure what you have to do to win that, if there's some sort of competition or what, but they're going there, and then they have trouble there, and then blah, blah, blah. Stars Hugh Grant, Martin Freeman, Jeremy Piven, Salma Hayek, a lot of other voices. Not really sure who they are. This will be rated PG and 88 minutes long. And I also believe this is going to be available in 3D if you want to throw out some extra cash at it. That's always up to you. Alright, so last movie we have is Safe. Just Safe, that's it. No the or anything. Which stars, let me see who all is in this. I know it's got Jason Statham, Catherine Chan, Robert John Burke, James Hong, very famous. I don't see anyone else I've ever heard of. I don't know what the deal is right now with Jason Statham. Like, he kind of went away for a while, and now it seems like he's got a new movie every couple weeks. There's been so many new movies with him in it, and I mean, he's looking like just as good as he always did. In really good shape. A lot of fighting. He's really not worth being in a movie if he's not fighting, because that's what everyone pays to see. You want to see Jason Statham kicking some ass, and I think this movie's going to be like that. Basically, he's a ex-cop, a New York cop, and he's like, I'm not sure why he's not a cop anymore, but he sees this girl and there's these guys chasing after her, and he pretty much saves her and helps her escape. And then he finds out like she knows this secret code, or she memorized this huge code, and that's why everyone's after her. And so now he's just trying to protect her. And I think it like involves corrupt cops and gangs and probably drugs or guns or something, And this is listed as an action crime thriller. Pretty obvious. This is also rated R and 94 minutes long. I think this movie will be pretty decent. I think it's going to be a lot of action. Pretty typical Jason Statham movie. But that's the last movie I have for this week. Let me know what you thought of this video, and if you want me to do one next week, let me know.